What's good? What's going on, everybody? You already know who this is, and it's definitely your favorite soulful child. Yeah, Star come back to us again here at the P.E.G podcast. Man, that's positive energy generation. We're choosing the positive through the negative. So I'm always in my bag, back to back with artists of the week, public figures that coming to uplift you. But so I'm gonna get them vibes, them high frequencies. I had to get my man, Mr. Marcell Clemons, artist of the week, onto the podcast so we could dive deep into him. So how are you doing, Mr.
I'm
Clemons?
doing good, man. I'm doing great. I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's always all about, positivity,
Mm-hmm.
getting all those high
Mm-hmm.
frequency. So people get to tap in more with you. You will be dropping onto the podcast. So again, I'm not giving his podcast. I mean, I'm not giving out his social. So y'all gonna have to be mad. I'm gonna get it out at the end. That's what we do, and we're gonna dive more into them. So you have chosen, well, you've actually been one of the few of the artists that have put on multiple songs onto the podcast
Yeah, for
and
sure.
shared it. So we're gonna talk about it. But before we actually talk about it, let's actually dive into more about who Mr. Marcell Clemens is. So who are you?
Um, I'm first of all, the name's Marcel. If you don't know me, I hope you get to know me.
Yeah.
I do everything. I've written music. I've written for other artists. I've been signed for writing for other artists. I'm still writing for other artists. Now I'm getting into more of a working on a new album. So
Okay.
that's gonna be it's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those. I'm already kind of having, the drawing board is there.
Yeah.
Like,
You
okay,
like
I
planning
want,
everything out.
yeah, like this song
Yeah.
gotta go like this and everything like that. So I'm in that process, and that's a good thing because I think we talked about it before. I'm not saying I went through like a depression or nothing, but like a step back. I think maybe just getting older a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You gotta like reassess. But yeah, right now I'm getting into more of the executive role of just like helping other artists out. So I'm working with I know you know Tay,
Yeah,
me
my
and Tay.
man, Mr. Tae Fontane,
Yeah,
and he's been on the podcast, so make sure y'all go
yeah,
check
for
him
sure.
out. Shout out to Mr. Tae Fontane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and Tay been friends for shoot 10 years now.
Ooh, a
So we've
long
been
time,
yeah, we've been
man.
friends like 10 years, and I talked to him last night, and I was like, we were gonna do. I don't know where we at with it. I know we're still in talks with it. We were doing a collab album, but
Okay.
I talked to him last night, and he just wanted to say like, hey, what if I just you make the project, and I just because he was just like, I want to go to the next level. I was like, I can get you to that next level. Let's just see
Yeah.
what we can do. But yeah, I'm doing everything. I draw, I paint. I'm a dad. I'm a boyfriend. I'm 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 a comedian
Hey.
on at home.
At home. You just had to put that out there. It's out.
Like
I'm
come to
not
their
in the
house,
forefront.
come to their house. I put on a TV show.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I am. I do everything.
You wear many hats, man.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
being
yeah.
who you are, and it seems pretty cool.
Mm.
And if you hanging with Tay Fontaine, so I know you.
Yeah,
I know
good
you
people.
dope.
Good,
Yeah,
good, good guy. Good
very
guy.
cool, man. So with that project that you guys are want to work on, when are you guys looking to actually drop it so that the viewers can stay tapped in with you?
Um, we're talking about it next week. So
Okay.
I told him, hey, let's sit down next week and like really come up with a plan because I'm like I said, I'm looking at. I was trying to run from the songwriter idea. I think that's what another thing is. I'm trying to run from the executive side,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, I'm an artist. And just like every time I go into a studio and I go do a verse for somebody, it was like, I need you to write for me.
Oh yeah,
I
I
need you
see,
to
I
write
see,
for
I
me.
see.
It doesn't matter if it's an R&B singer, a country singer, a rapper. If I don't care
Yeah.
if he does folk music. Every time I walked in the room, I'm just like, no, I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to be the. But then I was talking to my girl, chilling, having a good time, partaking in some, smoking or whatever,
Yeah,
just chilling
yeah.
around the
Just
house.
really getting those vibes in, that
Just
real
sitting around
talk.
the house, like getting around the house, just smoking, chilling. And I was just sitting there. I was like, babe, I think I just need to accept that.
Yeah. Actually, it could be like right where you're looking for. Like it
Yeah.
may be that door that has that blessing behind it,
Mhm.
but you're like so adamant about not doing it. But it's been forced. Like you gotta do
It's
it.
like at this point,
Yeah.
it's just like, what am I doing? Like, and but it also like getting out of that ego role of just like maybe
Yeah.
I just need to like. Then that's that whole I was saying, like saying depression, but like just getting at that, just like okay, I'm not 22 no more.
That's hard to. That's actually hard to take in. I'm on your side. That's hard to take
It's
in.
just
You're
like,
not
oh
22 no
man, like
more.
I'm not 20 no more, so I gotta change some things around. I've had a good time, doing what I do, like when it comes to music and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
I've made a lot of money. I've went broke. I've made more money. Went broke again. I've had deals on the table. I have things that just came and left. I've had
Everything you think of.
So I'm just like getting to this part. You know, you got to do the like, man, did I mess up on this part?
Yeah,
Did should I did this better?
Reevaluate yourself.
At the end of the day, I'm here. I can still, my pen is still good. I'm still smart. I'm still doing what I'm still, and I'm not doing it to harm nobody. I'm here to help. So if y'all need somebody to help you, and you know, need somebody to come write a song for you, just call me.
Call my boy right now. Hit him up. And we're going to give y'all the social media at the end. So that's why you got to stay tapped in. Because, hey, if you having writer's block, there you go.
I can,
there you go.
I'll pull that shit out.
Yeah. That's what he do. That's what he do.
That's what I'm good at. That's what I'm good at.
Well, that's dope that you having some things to look forward to. Mm-hmm. And then, like you said, now you're accepting that you're not 22 no more. A lot of us are probably in that same mindset, like trying to accept, like, man, I'm pushing 30. Man, I'm about to push 33. What I'm about to do, you know, trying to get some things going because we're all learning every stage of life. I feel like that, like. You turn 32, you never been 32 before, so you're gonna have to figure out what's gonna be good for you at 32.
And another thing is, it's like I'm happy that I don't have the same mind frame as I did when I was 22.
Me too.
So I can't. And I was thinking the other day, you know, chilling, smoking like I always do, and I was like chilling. I was just thinking, I was like, I'm actually happy that I'm able to get to that next step. You know,
yeah.
Like I'm actually, because I know people who are 30 and they're still in 22-year-old mind frame.
Yeah, that's scary. That's the scary part where you still have that mindset, like you're looking for them to give you some wise wisdom or some wise words, and then they tell you like, something that you could have thought. Yeah, you're like, I could have thought of that. I actually did that. You know, you gotta be around the people that they need that wisdom. You know, at this point in our life, you need more wisdom.
For sure. Getting older, you gotta get older.
Yeah, you do. But I like that you're keeping the youth while you're getting older.
Yeah, for sure.
Know? Yeah, that's the most important part. So coming up to the songs that you actually debut, because you talked about like not really being depressed, but you know you did talk about ego. You mentioned that, and one of your songs was Ego's Back.
Yeah,
you know, and I like that because when I looked at him, like Ego's Back. Honestly, we speak out of ego a lot of times in our life and don't really know like that's a part of us. A lot of people try to separate that part, try to and if you learn who you are within that ego, you understand like, yeah, my ego is back, but that's the part that's pushing my drive. So let's talk about the songs that you picked for Artist of the Week.
So yeah, when I did Ego's Back, I had a plan. So when I did Holier Than Thou, the project, pretty much what I did was I wanted to have a storyline of like Ego's Back, and the last song on the album is Ego Death, I believe. Ego's, I can't remember the name of the song. But I'm pretty much saying, as much as y'all want me to, because, you know, in the middle of not putting out music, they're like, where the music at? Where the music at? Where the music at?
Yeah.
And then one of the lines, I was like, I've been gone so long, I forgot I rapped. Like I've been really dealing with other things.
Yeah.
And you got to sometimes remember, like, oh, yeah, I'm really, like, I really does this.
Yeah, like, I really do this, yeah.
I really do this. And it's really telling myself, like, hey, you're really good at this. Don't ever give up. Regardless if it's this field or getting into writing movies for art. I mean, movies for this person or writing a book. Like, you really that guy. But at the end of the album, I do the same rhyme scheme, but I say a different story. Yeah. So, la-di-da-di, dead bodies, and nah, top is my shawty, got whatever the line was. So, I had the beat remade. Shout out to C. Walker, he made the beat.
Yeah, shout out to my man C. Walker, bro. He had YT Amaya, Kilo, man. Shout out to y'all, man.
For sure. And I was pretty much saying, as much as y'all want music, on the last song on that project, I pretty much say, like, no, I'm like, I go through things.
Yeah. Like, like you're still a human. You're still like, a person, like, you know?
Y'all gotta remember, like, as much as Marcell, I'm still Lil Jamal from the neighborhood. Like, I'm still, I'm still like a normal dude. I'm just trying things that I just did what y'all just didn't do. That's it.
Yeah. And I think that's really big when it comes to, like, anybody that has creativity side or anything that you're trying to do, whether you're trying to be a lawyer, a doctor, or like I said, in music, writer, ghostwriter, whatever you put your mind to, their life actually do not stop.
It does not go. It doesn't stop.
You have to like tie them together and try to make it work. And sometimes it's overwhelming. You know, like you said, you have to step back and
really just prioritize.
Yeah, prioritize.
Like, what really matters?
Yeah.
And you're not always going to get it right. You're not always going to get it right, but I mean, just keep
going.
Just keep going. You're going to get there.
Yeah,
You just
that,
gotta keep going.
you got to keep going. I really, It Goes Back really stood out to me. Out of the songs that you have made,
Mm,
and again, if you guys don't have not heard of it, you want to be tapped in because
mm,
it is dropping
for sure.
for sure. And I like all of the projects that you do. But out of all of them that you submitted, we talked about It Goes Back, but
Mm,
there's others that you submitted.
mm.
Out of all of those that you submitted, which one that you feel was like the one that really taught you the most on that project?
Oh man, the one on the project that taught me the most. Shoot, that probably has to be bigger than. I want to say bigger than me. I think the reason why I say bigger than me is just because I got to do it with my actual brother.
Hmm.
So my brother's actually on the song.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, that's big. That's
yeah.
actually
So
pretty dope.
and then his best friend does the hook on bigger than me, and just understanding that I can bring new people in, and then they have ideas. Sometimes I don't understand them off
Yeah.
the top,
Yeah.
but that was sometimes you gotta like. I'm a rapper's rapper.
Yeah.
Like I'm really
Really living their life.
like
Like
I'm
I'm
really
really
like
doing
the
it.
bars.
Yeah.
I'm really critique it, but just get into some people's lane without losing yourself and practicing that. I think that's one I probably learned from the most. The one that probably means the most is the last song. Um Ego Ego's Death, I believe. I can't remember the name of the song,
Yeah.
but
That's how the ego
I've
on it though.
recorded a lot of songs. But the last song in there, it was hard to make because I had to like shed all the ego away because every song on there, Bravado from Mojo to
Uh
Ego's Back,
huh.
they're all about me being
Yeah.
the cool
Yeah.
guy.
Who you are? I'm that guy.
I'm that guy. But the last song you got, I had to kind of like, okay, take that shield off and then write a song about like some days you don't feel like doing this.
That's facts though. Like some days you just don't. Like some days don't you feel like dog, I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like being that guy. I don't feel like
Doing none of
nothing.
that. Yeah, and then like when it's a long story behind that, but like that was the hardest song because you gotta like not be the artist you gotta not be the artist to be the artist when you write a song like that. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta step out that road.
Like step out the road and be like, be honest with yourself. Like, no,
Yeah.
like I don't feel like doing this every day. I don't feel like talking to y'all every day.
Yeah, I actually want to be by myself.
I actually want to not answer the phone and talk about music sometimes.
Thanks.
It's just that was a hard part to just be like. And there's another part on there when I'm pretty much saying I spent a lot of money on music. I've spent over thousands of dollars on music.
Yeah.
And you gotta get to a point where you're like, is it paying off?
Yeah, is this working?
Is it
or
working?
it's more like a liability?
Yeah.
Am I still doing it for nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it gets
then,
like that sometimes.
and then the game changes too. The game changes, and then you got to figure out where you fit in. Like I didn't know streaming was going to come around.
No, now it like really opened doors to independent artists and people to be able to put their music out there in an affordable way. So like now you holding on to that.
Yeah.
Now you got so many other projects that people can tap back into when before Streamline became a thing, and now new projects they can see your growth.
Yeah, you can see it, and I think the biggest thing is engagement because I remember, man, I talk to my girl a lot. You can see we're really close.
Good.
But I was telling her, I was just like, hey, like, it's different. Like, I remember getting up at 9:00 in the morning and pressing CDs up and getting the covers made. And then, like, getting the artwork on the cover done from another company and spending all that money, then hitting the streets and just here.
Yeah, now distributing them yourself.
Yeah, now we got numbers. Like, and that's cool. Like, I'm not mad that we got numbers. Like, but you telling me an artist is listening to me in Australia is not a connection for me.
Yeah, that personal
that
personal relation,
right?
it's missed. And I hear a lot of people talk about that. The one that's like been in the game and they seen me go from where I had to make these CDs and now I'm going straight streamline. They missed that one-on-one connection with the people.
So learning the what can you do to get that connection? Because you don't want to lose that, As much as I'm doing streaming, I'm gonna put my shit on stream. I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about streaming Spotify, just in case you want to give me a check. But
just to let you know.
Just to let you know, hey, if Apple, y'all want to sign me, whatever, we'll figure out something. But I think the connection is the big thing,
I guess as a creator, you have to find, like you said, find ways of how to keep that interacting connection with the people, putting them out on different platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and those. Like I guess you can get. I know TikTok, you can get more interaction with people on TikTok because they like to hear a story. TikTok is like about stories. They like to hear where you come from. They like to hear sometimes that struggle story or people bouncing back from hard things. Like TikTok, they are strong on story, like
Story,
creating a
yeah, yeah.
story. So that may be a
And a
strong
narrative
avenue.
too.
Yeah,
You just got to
yeah,
find the right narrative to
yeah.
get into too. Yeah, that's a big thing for sure, for sure.
That's what's up. I feel like that's what we need as artists is continue
Mm,
to blossom or continue to start
mm,
their journey. They're looking at you. They're looking at people like Tae Fontane and
mm,
Kilo and C Walker and seeing
mm.
like, man, they started from somewhere
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
game
yeah.
shift and they managed to still be important.
To
It's
be
you know what I'm saying?
to be honest with you, Clint C. Walker, I'm sorry, bro.
It's
It's
okay.
just out of habit. C. Walker, he's a genius. Like I tell him all the time, like we'll be sitting around. Like I'll go to the studio. We're not actually recording. We're
Mm.
just sitting
Just sitting
around
out having a good talk.
having a good talk about the industry, where
Yeah.
we want to fit at. And then I commend him. I tell him every time because I've seen him go from working at a factory to running a real record label.
Yeah.
So I've seen him go. We used to record in his ex fiance's makeup
Oh snap.
room.
Oh snap. That's really creativity out the door right
Yeah,
there.
we was in the makeup room, and she had makeup all over the place. It was still a nice place, but
Yeah.
we recorded a lot of stuff from just that album alone. You know, just I think we did Sunday service in that room. Like I think we did a Sunday service
In the makeup room.
Yeah, we did it in the makeup room. You would never tell, but it was a studio to us. It was the studio because he had all his computers and
Yeah.
everything like that, and the makeup was on the side. It's still a studio to us, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, I commend him on how he grew up.
That's what's up. You got to see the hard work blossom,
Yeah.
the journey, and that's what's up. He stayed committed there. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to my man C Walker,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
you are definitely empowering a lot of people, inspiring a lot of
Mhm.
people. So you talked about, like you said, those projects that actually made you continue to push forward, that
Mhm.
taught you a lot. So what are some future projects that people can actually look forward into that you want to bring into to continue to connect with that relation that you talked about?
This next project, it's gonna be one that it's gonna be a lot of people were happy that I put out Church Was Good. I put that on SoundCloud. But this one's gonna be better than that one. So it's gonna be a little bit more of I kinda call it my damn album.
Yeah.
Like I call it my damn album, a little bit.
Church
so
is good.
The Church Was Good. It's kinda like my damn album. Like, hey, this is what I think about on a daily basis.
Right.
People
right,
gonna say
right.
I'm a little crazy, but look, listen, no, check me out though. This is what I think about during the daily basis. Y'all asking me for music, I'm gonna tell y'all what I be thinking about during the day.
Like you're basically getting a piece of my brain. You're
Yeah,
inside
I'm
my
gonna give
brain
you my
now.
brain this
Yeah.
time, and just how I feel about um, how I feel about because all my albums are very like it's Sunday service, Holier now, Church Was Good. Like they're all named after that. So I'm gonna tell you why I named them after that this time. Okay, this is why. This is why I thought about it like this because and then I'm starting from scratch, finding samples here and there. It's gonna be one of those. It's still in the early stages. So I say maybe end of the year.
Okay.
End of the year. And then I'm working with helping. I don't know if y'all heard of Westside Lamar. We talk a lot. That's my boy. He's a great.
Shout out, I said Westside Lamar. Definitely got to tap into him,
Yeah,
man.
he's dope. Like he's an R&B singer. I'm helping him with. I'm not writing anything for him. I'm not gonna take his pen away. But we're he been trying to have me help him for the longest. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be a manager, but I'll definitely help you with your album.
Right,
like,
just help you get to the next.
I'll help you get to the next step.
Yeah.
And then Tae is my next guy I want to work with. He reminds me of me.
Yeah.
Like he's just young.
The vibes are similar.
It's very chill. Like that's my boy. I'm gonna make sure he's straight. Like that's my guy. And then I work with everybody. I mean, if you want to work, just holler at me. I've written songs for Clint.
Hey.
I don't know if y'all listen to Sinner, the album.
I liked that one. I really rock with that.
You know, Low Key.
I think I was listening to Kilo, and then I ran across C Walker the tape, and then I heard that one.
Yeah, I wrote
That's pretty dope. Oh snap!
Dang,
look at you! I mean, got the penmanship right here, bro.
Yeah,
I really like that, man. It was really dope. I like the message behind it too. It was really dope.
It was dope. And I love that's my dude. I love that dude. So.
Hey, so if people they really want to tap in with you, I know they're waiting. You know, I think I done tortured them enough. They really want to tap in with you and actually, whether they're beginning stage of their journey or on a more advanced level of their journey, how can they actually tap in with you on social media? Because you talked about you was like not really streamlined, right?
Yeah. So Marcell Clemons on everything. I think on Twitter I'm Jamal Marcell, but everything else is Marcell Clemons. Y'all can hit me up. Y'all can contact me. I'm like I tell everybody, I'm a normal guy.
Yeah.
Just hit me up. We'll figure out what we can do. I work with budgets. I'm not gonna. If you got $1,000, I'm not gonna drain you for the whole thousand. If your budget is 50,000, I'm not gonna drain you for 45.
Yeah.
We'll just figure out something. We'll work together. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I'm, I'm always on my phone. I'm always on my phone trying to learn something.
That's the support. It's right there.
Yeah, it's right there. Like I'm sitting right there. If my phone go off, I got my Apple Watch. You hit me up, I definitely hit you back for sure.
Definitely, man. Go check it out. And like I said, along with this segment of the podcast, you guys be able to tap into him as Artist of the Week. You want to check in that song. You want to check out his song, It Goes Back. Like I said, I really liked that one.
Thank you,
I really liked how it kind of introduced you to the rest of the songs. You know, it gives that storyline, and then it's relatable because maybe you see here and think like, yeah, sometimes I do that. You know, sometimes my egos be
it's
like
good
that.
to have it a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like it's good
just
to
a little
have
bit, not too much.
Just control it. Like I think if you're going to have an ego, just understand it as an ego. I think people, when they trying to hide from themselves, they put on this machismo, whether it's
Sana, yeah.
You know, they put this. I'm like, it's okay to like not know everything. It's okay to like be vulnerable a little bit. It's perfectly fine. Like it's perfectly cool. So yeah, for sure. Go could check. Holier Than Now is that project that came out 2021, I believe, maybe 22. I don't remember. But it's a really, really good project. I'm actually happy I actually got to, because I was going through not a hard time. I was going through a very like, do I want to do this or not?
Yeah.
So that was one of my favorites.
Okay, definitely check that out, man. Check that out, y'all. And I always like random questions to my guests that come on to show them love and give a laughter. So you know, as a child, we all has been there. And if you got children that you're especially a father, sometimes you be thinking about like, why did they do certain things, or hey, how did you get that thought process? So, what is the sneakiest thing that you ever done as a child, but your parents don't know?
Off the top of my dome. Oh, so this is I don't know even. I had a baby at 16.
So, that's a good one.
I mean, if that's the ultimate one. The story is just more funny than anything, and as I've gotten older and older, I'm just like, damn, I was stupid. But a lot of, like me, so I live in a pretty good sized apartment complex when I was younger in Temple, and my child's mom lived at the top of the apartments, and I lived at the back of the apartments.
Okay.
And so this kind of like answers both questions. Like my parents didn't know for like 8 months.
Well, till the baby came along.
And then what ended up happening, my dad was hanging out with one of his best friends, and then one of his best friends was my child's mother's best friend. His daughter was. They were like, and then so I guess she walked in the room or whatever and was like, "So how does it feel to be a grandpa?" And then my dad called me. I'm 16 years old. And you got to stand. My dad looked like Shaq. He's bald headed. He big. He's a big dude. Like, so he's the typical black guy that you would like the bald headed black dude. You definitely got the uncle in your family that's bald headed.
Yeah, everybody got that uncle.
And then he just at 32, he just cut his hair off. Cut all his hair off. So he called me. He was like, "You got something to tell me?" And I was like, well, I'm glad you actually well, this is what's going on. And I told him, and then, yeah, that was one of my biggest things. I really didn't do a lot of, I want to say I didn't do a lot of sneaky shit when I was little, but.
That was probably the biggest.
Yeah, that was
definitely big.
I did some, no. Now I'm sitting, my brain is jogging, I done some wild stuff. Oh, I got another one. I made a fake report card. Sorry, Dad. It was like the end of the year or something like that.
Had to save the ass whooping.
Like, yeah, really? Like, I was at the end of the week and I got my report card and I thought I had good grades. Or like, I don't know where I came from, but like, I went in the library, I took one of the periods that I had off. In middle school or high school, I can't remember, and I literally like color the font, the box that it goes in, the A's, the classes, and I actually pulled it off.
Hey, look, shout out to you because you didn't get that ass whooping one day. Sorry, Pops.
I got saved from one ass whooping.
Yeah, sorry, Pops. He just couldn't take that one.
Couldn't take that ass whooping. Next week you got me, but not this week.
Not this week. That's definitely dope. I mean, out of all it was, I would say, yo, I think that is wild. You know, that's crazy. But we do crazy things as kids. So our children definitely be our karma sometimes. You feel me? But that's definitely wild, yo. Here at the PG Podcast, y'all, we're here to love you, continue to inspire you. So, my man just came and told you how you get connected with him, how you get started. If you have not started as an artist, you can start now. Or if you want to be behind the scenes like he is, right? I'm pretty sure he can give you some tips and some pointers. So, make sure you guys go tap out into that. And if you had just one thing to say to people to inspire them in 15 seconds and it could change the world, what would it be like? And go.
Understand that you don't know everything, and it's okay. Don't look for happiness. Don't find happiness. Find appreciation, and trust God.
Trust God, man. For all things, you gotta have like a little confidence in somewhere, something. Because I feel like a lot of us, when we searching for motivation, we lose it. Inspiration is always within us. When you find inspiration in people, well, we have motivation. So if you find it in God first, you can find it in yourself. So like you said, don't go out looking for the pieces within you. So I like that. So look, go get tapped into my boy, Mr. Marcell Clemons, y'all. And make sure you guys go tap in, go listen to his songs. They will be displayed on the podcast. So when you have while you listening to it right now, you watching it, you tapping in, you're gonna definitely tap more into his brain, see how it works. Stay tuned to those future projects that you talk about, you and Mr. Tae Fontane.
Hey,
that's
guy.
my boy. Shout out to him.
Guy.
Yeah, and man, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank
man.
you, I appreciate it.
You are the example of inspiration. You let people know that I'm normal. I am doing this, and I have a child, and if you are in the same boat, it's very relatable.
It's definitely possible.
It's possible.
And another thing is just on my end, it's just like I'm really getting back to like doing it, like for real, like making it like a job, like not in a job and just like, oh, I gotta do it. Just like even with this podcast, it's just like, hey, I need to get out there and just talk to people and show them the new. Not saying I'm a new guy, new year, new me. I'm just
elevated.
I'm not that corny, but like, but not like it's just the beginning of the year, and then just understand that you can. I want people to understand that it doesn't matter where you're at, you can still do it. You might can't do it the same way. You might can't run up a hill the same way. You might need a little knee brace or something to run up that hill or something. But you can still hit that hill.
You still can do it.
You still can do it. You might have to switch around and do a couple of things here and there, but you can get there. Just keep going.
Keep going is the main thing. So you too, man, keep going, keep pushing, keep inspiring people because you inspired me to continue writing. Inspired a lot of people to continue to write, bro. And it's good. If nobody told y'all today, tomorrow, yesterday that they love you, know that Shar at the PG Podcast love you. My man, Marcell loves you.
I love y'all too, man.
He's showing you that.
I can't
He loves
see
y'all.
I don't know you yet, but I already love y'all. So
right?
Y'all good.
And definitely press that follow button, okay? I'm not playing with y'all. I would pull up at where you at. I know where you live. Press that follow button. Go show him some love and continue to live to inspire. That's what it is all about, man. I thank you for coming on and sharing your story with people. Really thank you, man. It's a vibe. And like I said, I knew once you said Tae Fontane, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is a vibe. That's my guy. That's my guy. That's my guy. And we love y'all, man. So continue to live to inspire. And we'll see y'all again here at the P.E.G. Podcast. Let's get it. Yeah, let's go.
I like that. That's dope, man.
Appreciate it.